Hi, everyone. It's Lourdes, and I don't have the camera. The computer is not on the thing the correct way, but hope you're well. Hi, Extine. Glad to see you back, sweetie. 1P again. Mukta, hi. I had a ground after in between, so I had to grab something quick to eat. So for me, it's like guac. So I had some guac quickly. But thank you for joining me today. And today we're going to be working with the abundance of fall. Hi, Dawn. Good to see you. Mukta, happy Friday. And now, fall is a time of abundance, and spring is a time of creativity, of starting anew. But with fall, you're reaping everything from this past summer. So for me, I've been picking up tomatoes I planted, and there were seeds that you had planted in the spring, and I'm talking. Uh, I'm going to be using metaphors with this. So I planted my plants in the spring, they came up, and I've been reaping the abundance of them. We went apple picking, we went pumpkin picking. We were reaping the abundance. But you can also do that energetically, and that's what we're going to try to do. Hi, Dia. Hi, Danny. Guac. I love guac. I do too, Danny. But hi, blessings. But in order to do that, sometimes we need something physical to assist us with manifesting, something that will increase the energy of our intention. So I just want to show you a couple of tools that I use to help me with abundance when I'm working with the abundance. And since I'm working on fall, I'll show you some of the things I use all the time. Well, right now I'll use some for the season, but Dollar Tree had, and I just ripped it apart. I didn't even show it. Some galvanized letters. They come in a little pack like this. It says galvanized letters. If I just ripped it without even thinking, it like that. It looks like this. And what's cool about this is that in some stores right now, they're like 50 cents. So this is really good. Some numbers, not letters. The number 8 is the number for prosperity. So let's say you want to bring more prosperity into your house. You want to take this number 8, if you're doing a grid, and place it underneath the candle holder. If you're doing candle work, if you're using a grid, you can put this underneath the grid to bring in that energy of abundance. Hi, Guppy. Blessings, Danny. Okay, so all of you. I like to use numbers for the energy of the home. So if the energy of your home does not equal 8, so let's say you have a number 222, it's 6, but you need to bring in the energy of the number 8, I would take another 2, because 2 would bring it in. Sorry, let me see which way. 2 would bring it in for you. So, for example, we have the numbers on our mailbox or on the post. I would put this number like on the bottom so people don't think that your house number changed. I would put this on the bottom so the house number equals 8. I know I put a number inside the mailbox itself so that that energy is always going forth. I love these galvanized ones. They're sturdier than the paper ones I use. You can use paper though. You can use anything. You want to make a number 8 with clay, you can do that. With beads, whatever you want, you can do it. Another thing I like to use for this season is pumpkins. Now here, this is a pumpkin Richard bought. Now, I love this pumpkin because it lights up. So if I want to bring in abundance, this is what I will put in the abundance area of the home. It symbolizes abundance. It's right now in the North America, it's fall, and this is perfect for it. When the BG3 was, oh, you're welcome, Kelly. Yeah, no, I love that energy. Wow, ours is 34. And well, good. That's a very good idea, Nadia. Yes. Add the numbers up and see if they equal 8. Now, some of you may not want an 8. If you don't want an 8, let's say you want to make 6 a more nurturing, like 6 is a nurturing energy. So if you have 3, then you would add a 3 to it. Think about that, what you want. So for prosperity, it's definitely 8. And for our purposes, we're using the number 8. So pumpkins, I have these little velvet ones. Now, these were from Dollar Tree. And there's usually a pack of 3 or 4 for $1.25. Since the front area of the home is the color blue is the dominant area for my area of the home. I put blue, silver, uh, and even an aqua, because an aqua color is the color of water. The front of the house uses all those colors. Blue is okay for it. Silver is okay. Anything that symbolizes water. So I will use these to bring in abundance into the home. Hi, my Sky. We're having oh, good. I'm glad you're having a holiday. Wow. It's a good time for a holiday. If you want to bring in star energy for your home, for abundance, like I work really well with star energy. I found this at Walmart, and I have the energy of this video on my Transformational Vibrations channel. It's a Moravian star. And I bought it just because it reflects energy all over the place. So I could even hang this above a grid that I may have made. I can hang this in the front of the house because I want the energy coming in and reflecting out. I want people to receive abundance. If they're bringing stuff to me, I want it to be a positive experience. So I may have this in the front of the house as well. Pine cones. Now, I couldn't find our pine cones. They're in the Christmas pile, and that's in an attic I'm not going into. But pine cones are a sign of abundance. You can pick them up outside anywhere now if you have pine trees around. We have a lot of oaks. We don't have a lot of pine trees. But these you could use for abundance. If you just want to use them for decorating, if you want to put them in your abundance corner, if you want to put them in your love corner, you want an abundance of love, put 2 of them there. You could use something like this. I do too. I love that star. Hi, Francesca. So think about this. Nuts, acorns. You could put them all in the bowl. Now, please be careful because sometimes nuts and acorns may have bugs with them inside. I know most people recommend, and don't quote me on this, do your research, putting them in the oven for a few minutes, like a 150, 200 degrees, something like that, kill any germs or any bugs. You can use them in a bowl. The acorns, the nuts, the sweet gums. Now, sweet gums are the spiky little ones. You can use those as well because they're a sign of abundance because they have the fruit on the inside. But those are also good for protection. I don't have any sweet gum trees here. Here is mostly oaks, elms, and poplars, and very few pine trees. They don't seem to do as well in this area. But you can get these in the store. Right now, this is the season. In fact, they have wood ones at Dollar Tree that you can paint and use, not pine cones, acorns for that. Now, one last thing I wanted to talk about is we want to bring the energy of abundance in, but that means usually we have to clear some energy. If you're clearing energy, now I picked up these 3 little brooms. I keep forgetting. These were at Dollar Tree. They were $1.25. Brooms, hi Cheryl, are wonderful for getting rid of negative energy. You can use this symbolically to move energy out. So even if you're on yourself, like if you know you have some negative energy, just ask the broom to energetically remove that gunk and use it on yourself. It will help you remove that gunk. You can use it for your home to energetically move stuff. Now, you can use a feather. I know some people in Native American traditions use a feather. That's well too. But they even have cinnamon brooms. So what I recommend is using a regular broom like this to remove it, and cinnamon broom once you're outside to bring that abundance energy in. So always feel that you can use both. You can use the cinnamon broom to bring it in after you use the regular broom to bring it out. Now, the last thing I found recently, and this is just stuff I've been looking at in stores when I go. Actually, there's 3 more things. Okay, copper sheets. Copper transmits energy. It's a wonderful transmitter of energy. I am going to be using this to put a grid pattern on, and then I will put my crystals on it. If I'm using it for abundance, I haven't decided what I'm using it for yet. I would put the 8 underneath it. And they have smaller sheets. This one, this is an old one. You can tell I've used this a lot to make a grid and to put it on. If you want to use it for charging things, you could do that too. If you want to charge water with copper, you can do it. I like using this for transmitting my intention. So when I'm making a grid, I'll put the 8 underneath it, put the copper. Also, I'll put the intention on a piece of paper in between the 8 and the copper, and then I'll create the grid. Now, for creating the grid, I could use crystals. I could use the pumpkins in the center. I could use the pine cones in the center, or I can even use cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon is wonderful for, I have small ones here because I'm going to be using them in the grid. I got small ones. You can use big ones. For around the grid, cinnamon represents abundance. Now, with cinnamon sticks, you could also drink, if you have a cinnamon stick that's food grade, you can use it also in your drinks. So if you have hot chocolate and you're stirring it, stir it clockwise to bring in energy, to bring in the energy abundance. And just think of it as you're doing it. If you're using it in coffee, you can do the same thing. Just stir it clockwise. Or apple cider, if you're doing that. Always think of how you can use what you have in your home for abundance. For example, I had a lot of basil. I made pesto with just basil and some spices and oil. And I just kept thinking of abundance as I was making it because basil was for abundance. And this is the perfect time because there was an abundance of basil, took it all in and did it. So just think there are many different ways that you can use what you have in your home. Now, the last thing are these trees. And I found these at a Walmart. And I think it's a Walmart. Yes, it was. Now, it's either Walmart or Dollar Tree. I found them in New Jersey, and I'm trying to think which one it is. It's one of the two. These are wonderful. Pine trees are evergreens. Evergreens is a constant flow. The energy of gold is abundance. I want a constant flow of energy for abundance. I could even use this as the center of the grid and create a grid right around this. Hi, Charlotte. Now they have silver trees. Silver trees are wonderful for energetic protection. Silver is great for protection. So let's say you're making a protection grid. You could use a silver one as the base for it. And that would be very powerful. So always think about the colors that things come in. How are they going to be beneficial for me, for my intentions, for my goals? All right, I'm just going to take a sip because I need to send energy. And I got so cold right after that BG3 session. So now I'm going to this. Thanks, Danny. I think it's just a matter of using what we have on hand. And we have so much that we don't realize. And even if we didn't have it ourselves, you can go out in nature and get seeds. Seeds from flowers. If you see that there's seeds from flowers, use seeds. We have pumpkin seeds. I've been saving some for, yes, to grow pumpkins next year, but also for use as abundance. So I may put them in a little bag and use them. Like if you have a pumpkin for Halloween, for those of you who celebrate Halloween, you can do that. You can just walk outside if you can, if you're not in a city that doesn't have pine trees or whatever. If you're in a city that doesn't have pine trees and stuff, think of leaves. The leaves themselves. Oak trees are for strength. You want to bring that in. So you may bring in a leaf from an oak tree. Think of the color of the leaf. Is it red? Is it powerful? Do you want that energy in? So you could do that as well. When I lived in the city, I would go to a local park and just pick stuff up from there because there's always something that you can use somewhere. All right, let's do the abundance, the energy for abundance of fall. Excuse me. Excuse me, definitely feeling energy. So I'm going to ask everybody to sit back. I want everybody to close your eyes, just relax for a little bit, and let's receive the energy of the abundance of fall. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie one P. Thank you, Richard, for posting to ground. Especially after all this energy, we kind of need it. So I'm hoping it helps. Uh, what was funny was when I started seeing gold coins come down, and it was raining gold coins. And all I kept thinking of in the 80s, there was a song, "It's Raining Men," and this was just raining gold coins all over for everyone here. The energy was very cold. I definitely was cold. Uh, oh, thanks, Richard. Oh, you're welcome, Dia. Then the angels were showing me my backyard, and there's an abundance of leaves. As you can imagine, there's lots of leaves, and how we happen to use the leaves as fertilizer. As we put it in a compost pile, I use it to cover the dirt, and they were showing that's an abundance of what you have. They said our old memories, old things that we've used in the past to hold us back, why don't we just transmute that stuff and use it as fertilizer now to bring in more abundance? So, what I am going to suggest is I am going to do a video on that, since I figured that's what they wanted me to do. Energy to transmute old traumas or memories or past into, I have to find another word for fertilize, but abundance for us. So I'm going to be doing that for one of my channels. I don't know which one they want yet. Energy, to transmute that stuff into positive energy for us in one way or another. I have too much energy on the right side of the back. Mukta, definitely drink some water to help you release the energy, and massage. I forgot to say massage if you're grounding. That helps move energy a lot. I was hearing that transmute them all. And that's it. Well, the angel said it. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Wonderful transmute. I think we need to all. A growth accelerator. Can you clarify growth accelerator? Is that you want a growth accelerator or to make it a growth accelerator? I'm not sure, but if you let me know, I can clarify. During this session, I was hearing angelic angels singing. That's all. And they were everywhere, like the whole earth. There were so many angels that wanted to be recognized. And I know that's one of the reasons I'm doing the October Reiki Sunday special, where I tell you where your archangel is, what your archangel is. But for this, it wasn't the archangels. This was just all angels all throughout. And I could see them like around everyone. It was so beautiful. Instead of fertilizer. Oh, okay. Thank you, pseudonym. And thank you for clarifying. Growth accelerator. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it too. I'm going to write it down to see exactly what they want. But that's good. We want to get rid of all this stuff. We want to transmute all these negative energies, transmute past life. I'm just trying to write it down, because if I don't, I won't remember. Memories into good, into positive. Okay, positive something or other. Okay, Dalibor, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So the angels were all singing because the angels have everything they need. And that's what we want. We want to have everything we need. And that's what the singing was about. Oh, thanks, Ann. That's the energy that we want to feel like we have everything we need, that we don't need anything more, that we're at peace with what we have. And that's what's about. And one thing that's always important is balance doesn't always mean equal. Balance means getting what's right for you. So it may mean more receiving, because for you, you may need to receive more to be balanced. You may have given so much through past lives, through this life, that it's your turn to receive, to be balanced in one shape or form. Because we don't always remember that our energies from past lives are affecting us, as well as other dimensions. So balance doesn't always mean equal. Balance just means getting what we need to feel good. That's why sometimes I just ask angels to help me, and I don't specifically ask for archangels or for. Yes, Kelly, I don't always ask for. Sometimes I do. I'm very specific about certain things, but a lot of times I'm just saying, angels. I kind of could use help, and sometimes you don't want to say, okay, which angel is the angel for lost things. I don't want to say Archangel Shamiel. I just want to say help. And that's what you do. You just say help and they will come to assist. Now, Monday, we will be having a video. This energy to transmute this positive stuff might be on rest, relaxation, Reiki on Monday. Transmute all that stuff into abundance in some way, shape, or form. But I do like growth accelerator too, to see that sounds like something for transformational vibrations. So I'm keeping that to see what they want to do with that. But thank you all for joining me. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. This video is going to come out Sunday. As I mentioned on Transformation Vibrations, there won't be a live stream next week, but then the week after, we should be starting up again, and I'm looking forward to it. You're welcome, Otto, and thank you, Richard, for moderating both live streams. And you're welcome, Dia, and you're welcome, Dalibor. Thank you all. Have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful upcoming week. You're welcome, Kelly. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.